Good morning, boys and girls, back again for another edition of our free Saturday YouTube tips. Just a quick touch on last month in our VIP service. We made just over 600 points in the end for the whole month of November. So to £10 stakes, we returned members just over £6,000 in profit. An unbelievable amount again, and that's now back-to-back months we've made over 600 points for our members. Unbelievable, great timing as well just before Christmas. What I'll do is I'll stick the links below for our VIP service if you want to join today in time for all of our VIP tips. And I'll also stick our free Telegram channel in there as well. There's going to be 3 more free tips in there for you for today. So 6 free tips on Super Saturday for you. We can't do much more than that. But without further ado, I will crack on because there's, like I say, 3 free YouTube tips again this week. And I'm fully aware that I always end up rattling on. So let's get to it. That's why you're all here, for the free tips. So the first one today, 12:35 at Sandown, a horse called Coquelicot. I think that is the pronunciation anyway. And what we're going to do here, we're going for a 4-place cover bet or a 4-place insurance bet. You can get 11-4 with Skybet, which I think is very, very good value indeed. Basically money back if it comes second, third or fourth, and a nice 11-4 winner if it goes on to win. Now this horse has won 2 out of his 3 handicaps so far. He looks very progressive indeed. The horse has also got a decent record on right-handed tracks. Sandown is a right-handed track. He's won 4 from 7 on right-handed track. So obviously a horse that does like going this way round a track, which can be important to some horses. The horse has won on soft ground as well before, so another tick in that column. Now there is a bit of a question mark here that I've written down. Is this drop back in trip? Now the horse has won 2 of his last 3 races, or 2 races, at 3 miles. He hasn't actually won drop back to this distance at 2 miles, 3 to 4 furlongs. So that is a little bit of a question mark, but for me, I do like the angle of when a staying horse does drop back slightly in trip, especially at a track like Sandown where it is a stiff uphill finish, and stamina really is at the forefront of running well at this track. You know, you have some flat tracks that it's all about pace. Sandown is all about stamina. It's an undulating track with a stiff uphill finish. You need a horse that stays further than the distance. So I think this is a good move from Connections. I think this horse will be coming to the fore late on. He does like to sit nice and close to the pace. So again, when this horse, we know he stays further, you want to see that attacking ride from the jockey. Go out in front. The horse likes to sit out in front. Go out in front, attack the hurdles, and just try and wrung the sting out of everybody else. So those hopefully will be the tactics. I sent a couple of free tips yesterday where I got the, well, the tactics were right on paper, but for whatever reason they didn't materialise. So hopefully this horse likes to run and will run today, a big race for all of us. Now the second free tip I'm going to give you today is the 205 at Aintree, the Beecher chase over the national fences, and we are going to go for Snow Leopardess, a horse I really like, a horse we've been on so many times, has won us some good money in the past, has had excuses the last 2 runs, pulled up in the Grand National, never really got going, couldn't get into a rhythm, and unseated the jockey at the first fence on seasonal reappearance. So that was a little bit frustrating. So excuses, there's 2 big P's next to this horse's name for the last 2 runs, but definitely excuses there. And look, this horse is actually only £1 higher than when bolting up in her last win, which was at Exeter in a pretty good mare's race. She won by 12 lengths. She's the only course, well, she's won over course and distance, but she's the only course winner in the whole field. There's 22 runners, and she's the only horse in there that's won at Aintree before. She's won over these national fences before as well. So I think this is a really good bet. I think 14-1 at Bet365 with 6 places, or 12-1, 7 places at Skybet. I think it's a really good each way bet. Now listen, it's very hard to go and find the winner of a 22 runner race over the national fences. You know, anyone who's watched the Grand National or watches these horses over these fences will know they are a bit of a lottery. But listen, it's a great spectacle. It's a great race to watch, and that's why I wanted to chuck out a free tip for you all in this one today, so you can all go out there and watch it and hopefully cheer on Snow Leopardess, the beautiful grey horse. Champion jockey's been booked for the ride, Brian Hughes. He's won on her before. Hopefully the champion jockey can work a bit of magic there. The horse can lead, can sit prominent. I'd like us to maybe sit 2 or 3 back, get into a nice rhythm, and hopefully we can come in at the end and really, really pressurise those leaders, because this horse does stay all day long. So fingers crossed there. It's a good each way bet. If you can get 7 places with Skybet, if she stays on her feet, I'd be very surprised if she's out of that top 7. So a really good solid each way bet there for you. Now I've got a max bet for you for free on YouTube today as well. A free max bet. We've already had one free max bet win already this month in December in our free Telegram channel at 4-1. And I've got another one for you here today. And the horse is called Riders on the Storm. 10-3, 240 at Aintree. So the odds are 10-3, and that's 240 at Aintree. Skybet Moneyback if 2nd, 3rd or 4th go out there and abuse that offer. Again, this is another one of those horses. If he stays on his feet, I can't imagine he's going to be out the top 4. So max bet today. 5 points is always our max bet in the VIP group. So don't be silly. You know, they are horses. They're untrustworthy animals, so don't go and blow your whole load. A max bet is only 5 points out of our 200 points in the premium group. So just be aware, keep your stakes to what you can afford. So this horse has been around the block for a while, bounced back to form last day over course and distance, and showed a great attitude to go out and win that day. Now, this horse has only been raised £2 for beating some very good horses last time in the form of Hitman, who went out and won the next time. Ga Law, who went out and won a massive handicap at Cheltenham next time out as well. So the form of Riders on the Storm's win the last day is very, very strong indeed. It's very strong handicap form. Now, I like that this horse has been given 40 days off. Now, sometimes when horses go out and win, they're in good form. They come out again under a penalty, or they come out again quickly, maybe in about 10 days' time. And sometimes they just completely blow out. They completely bomb out. They get pulled up or come last or just run underwhelmingly. So this horse has been given a really nice break, and they must have planned to come back to this race after they'd won at over course and distance the time before. So, you know, we've got a horse here that's nicely rested, won last time out, will like the ground, has won twice out of 3 attempts over course and distance, so really likes Aintree. And I think everything is just ticked with this horse. He's only £1 above his highest ever winning mark as well. So he's still well sort of handicapped, if that makes sense, considering how good of form he looks like he's back in. I think this horse is going to go in again today. I really, really do. It's such a confident bet. And obviously you've got the Skybet cushion as well. I think it's only £10 max for most people. Some people get £20. But yeah, go and get on Riders on the Storm today. So 3 good bets for you. I'm really confident. 2 winners would be lovely. Snow Leopardess is a lottery race, so you never know. 3 out of 3 would be fantastic, but I'll be very, very happy if we smash in 2 out of 3 in there today. Make sure you always back them as singles. That's the best way to go out there and beat the bookies long term. Always betting in singles. Have a super Saturday. Good luck what you're on, and let's go out and beat the bookies.